Libra, before we even begin today, I need you to know something. The energy that came through the moment I tuned into your sign was so loaded, so layered, so full of emotion that I had to sit with it for a moment before I could even begin to put it into words. Because what is happening in your energetic field right now is not simple. It is not clean. It is not one single feeling. It is love and it is lust and it is loss all tangled up together. And right in the middle of all of that, there is someone who is watching you. Someone who is spying on you, Libra. And what they are seeing is breaking them. Let me start there, because I think this is the piece you most need to hear right now. There is a person in your energy, and you likely already have a sense of who this is, who has been keeping tabs on you. Not openly, not directly, not in a way they would ever admit to if you asked them, but quietly, privately, in the way that people do when they cannot bring themselves to fully let go of someone, but also cannot bring themselves to fully reach out. They are watching your social media. They are paying attention to what you post, what you share, what your energy looks like from the outside. They are reading between the lines of everything you put out there, looking for signs, looking for clues, looking for any indication of how you are really doing and whether there is still a thread of connection they might be able to follow back to you. And Libra, what they are seeing is affecting them deeply because you have been moving, you have been living, you have been showing up in your life in a way that is magnetic and beautiful and full, even in the moments when privately it has not felt that way. And they are watching that. They are watching you glow even through your pain. They are watching you carry yourself with a grace that they know better than anyone how much it costs you. And it is undoing them. Every time they check, every time they look, every time they tell themselves it will be the last time and then find themselves back there again, they are falling apart a little more. This person is upset, Libra. Genuinely, deeply upset. And the reason they are upset is not a simple one. Part of what is upsetting them is love, real love. The kind that does not go away just because circumstances changed or time passed or things ended in whatever way they ended between you. This is someone who has feelings for you that they have not been able to shake, that they perhaps have not even wanted to shake, because in some way holding on to those feelings is the only connection they still have to something that mattered enormously to them. And seeing you even from this distance, even through a screen, reminds them of exactly how much that was. Part of what is upsetting them is lust, because whatever existed between you on that level has not diminished for them either. There is a physical pull they feel toward you that is still very much alive. When they see you, something ignites in them that they cannot simply will away. And that desire, mixed with the inability to act on it, mixed with not knowing if you would even want them to, mixed with everything else they are feeling, it is an incredibly uncomfortable place to live. And they are living there right now, and part of what is upsetting them is loss. The grief of what is not, the ache of something that ended or stalled or never quite became what it was supposed to become. The specific kind of heartbreak that comes not from a dramatic falling out, but from a slow fading, from a what could have been. That particular grief is something they have been sitting with, and seeing you living and moving and existing in the world without them in your life the way they want to be, that grief gets sharper every time. Now, Libra, I want to talk to you directly for a moment, because this is not just about them. You are feeling this too. I know that some of you have been trying very hard to be logical about this situation, to talk yourself into a clean, tidy, emotional narrative where you know exactly how you feel and why, where you have neatly filed your feelings for this person under the appropriate category and moved on with appropriate efficiency. And Libra, I love you, but I know that is not the whole truth. Because the whole truth is messier than that. The whole truth is that there are moments, quiet moments, unexpected moments, where something about this person crosses your mind and lands somewhere that still has the ability to affect you. Where a memory surfaces or a feeling stirs, and you are reminded that what existed here was not nothing, it was something, and something does not become nothing just because we decide it should. You are carrying love here too, even if it is complicated, even if it is mixed with frustration or hurt or disappointment, even if you have very legitimate reasons for why things are the way they are. There is love underneath all of that, and it deserves to be acknowledged, even if only privately, even if only to yourself. There is also something I am picking up around a specific wound in this situation, something that happened that left a mark, something that was said or not said, done or not done, that created a fracture between you and this person that neither of you has fully known how to repair. And what I am seeing is that both of you have been living on either side of that fracture, wanting to cross it, not knowing how, not knowing if the other person wants them to, not knowing if the bridge is even still there. The bridge is still there, Libra, but what happens with it is going to require someone to move first. And right now, the energy is showing me that the person who is watching you, the person who is upset, the person who is feeling all of this love and lust and loss in their chest, every time they look at what you are putting out into the world, they are thinking about being the one to move. They are not there yet. There is still fear holding them back, still pride, still uncertainty about how it would be received. But the thinking is happening. The consideration is real. And every time they look at you and feel what they feel, the distance between thinking about it and actually doing something about it gets a little smaller. Now, I want to address something that some of you might be wrestling with as you receive this message, and that is the question of what you actually want. Libra, you are someone who values harmony and connection and genuine partnership above almost everything else. When relationships are good for you, they are really good. You pour yourself into them. You show up fully. You love with your whole heart. And when they are not good, when they are confusing or painful or one-sided, you feel that imbalance acutely. So the question you might be sitting with right now is this person good for you? Is what exists between you something that has the potential to become what you actually need? Or is this a love that, for all its realness, is not the right love for where you are going? Only you can answer that, Libra. But what I will say is this: do not confuse the intensity of a feeling with the rightness of a thing. Real feelings can exist inside of situations that are not right for us. And the presence of love does not automatically mean the presence of alignment. So as you navigate what is coming and something is coming, the energy is building toward some kind of contact, some kind of moment of reckoning between you and this person. I want you to stay rooted in what you actually need, not just what you feel, not just what would feel good in the short term, but what would genuinely serve the life you are building and the peace you deserve. That said, do not dismiss what is real either. Do not let the voice of caution become so loud that you talk yourself out of something that genuinely has the potential to be beautiful. Libra, You have a tendency sometimes to overthink your way out of things that your heart already knows the answer to. Trust your heart in this. It has been doing the work even when your mind has been busy trying to make sense of everything. Let me tell you what I am seeing energetically in the near term. There is a communication coming, something from this person that breaks the current silence or distance between you. It may not look like the grand gesture or the perfectly articulate declaration you might imagine. It might be something smaller, a reaching out that is tentative, that is testing the waters, that is their way of saying, I am still here without fully committing to saying what they mean yet. Pay attention to it, Libra. Even if it seems small on the surface, recognize it for what it is underneath. It is the beginning of them finding their way back to you. How you respond to that first contact will matter. Not because you need to be strategic or calculated, that is not what I am saying, but because your response will tell them whether the door is open or closed. And Libra, you need to decide before that moment comes which one it is for you. Not for them, for you, based on what you want, what you need, what you are actually ready for. I am also seeing that there is a clarity coming for you personally around this situation. Something that has felt murky and uncertain and emotionally tangled is going to begin to resolve itself in your understanding, even if the outer circumstances have not fully shifted yet. You are going to arrive at a place of knowing, not a forced knowing, not a manufactured sense of peace, but a genuine settling inside of you where you understand what this was, what it is, and what, if anything, it can still become. That clarity is coming, and it is going to feel like relief. Even if what it reveals is complicated, even if it does not give you the simple answer you might have hoped for, the clarity itself will feel like solid ground after a long time of standing on something uncertain. And Libra, as you move through all of this, I want you to remember something important about who you are in love. You are not someone who is meant to shrink. You are not someone who is meant to make yourself smaller to fit into a connection that cannot hold all of you. You are someone who deserves to be loved in full, fully seen, fully chosen, fully met where you are. Do not accept less than that in the name of holding onto something familiar. Do not let the comfort of what was keep you from receiving what is meant to come. The person who is watching you right now, who is upset, who is feeling everything and saying nothing, they need to decide if they are capable of showing up for you the way you deserve. That is not your decision to make for them. All you can do is be clear about what you need and leave space for them to either rise to meet it or reveal that they cannot. Either way, Libra, you will be okay, more than okay. Because what I see for you on the other side of this season, past the love and the lust and the loss, past the uncertainty and the quiet grief and the questions, is something genuinely beautiful waiting for you. A connection that is not complicated by all of this. A love that does not ask you to wonder. A partnership that feels like the balance and the harmony you have always known was possible. That is what you are moving toward, Libra. Keep moving toward it. And to the person who is watching, who is upset, who sees you and feels everything they feel every single time, the message from Spirit is simple. If it is real, say so. Because Libra will not wait forever, and what they are offering is worth far more than the silence. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. If this reading resonated with you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more messages. Take care of your energy, trust your intuition, and I'll see you in the next reading. BYBY.